Afternoon, folks. Welcome back. It's John Pettipas doing recording. It's now 1 minute past 12 noon on Wednesday, the 16th day of June. Welcome back, everybody. Tomorrow will be Thursday, the 17th of June, and it will be 10 years since Terry Fox's wonderful mother, Betty Fox, went to heaven. 10 years. She died. I distinctly remember the day. It was June 17th, 2001. So here we are tomorrow. It'll be, when we get it tomorrow morning, June 17th, 2017. And so it was 2011. 2011 she died in. 2011. So here we are now on June 17th, 2021. Now, she was a remarkable lady. She met her husband, Rolly. Terry was born in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Great province, Manitoba. It's friendly Manitoba, they call it. And they're wonderful people. She met her husband at the Windy Corners at Portage in Maine in Manitoba, and was love at first sight. That's where Betty met Rolly Fox, and they got married, and he worked for the railroad, and they eventually moved to BC. Actually, I served a couple one day that he worked with Terry Fox's father, and he worked with him on the BC Railroad. Another time, I had a couple in the store that lived on the same street as Terry Fox. His parents did, in Port Coquitlam, BC. And he said they were very serious people. They were very solid, very good neighbors, great neighbors, they're serious folks. I meant that with great respect. And this particular couple was Baptist. Every Sunday morning, the couple that I spoke to, a Baptist, went to church, and Fox was an Anglican, and they went to church too. So very good church goers. You have to say, what was Terry like? What gave him, I'm going to stand here, what gave him the motivation to keep on going? And I have a Terry Fox, I love Terry Fox, so something about it, day one just appealed to me. It's the determination, the stubbornness, the perseverance of the guy. They said he didn't like wearing t-shirts that had a name on it. He used to wear, that's right, plain Adidas with a plain jogging shorts, and I think it was Adidas sneakers he had, and a plain t-shirt, and a very determined cat. You know, if you think of it, he was going halfway across the country on one leg, one God-given leg, an artificial leg. A lot of determination. Tremendous. And that determination goes back to Betty Fox. When she died, the Globe and Mail had a nice write-up on her, and one of the gentlemen interviewed would have been Isidore Sharp. And Isidore Sharp said she wasn't so determined to get stuff done, she wasn't always conscious of the feelings of people around her. She just wanted to get a job done, and that was it. And you know, remarkable lady in her own right. Betty Fox is estimated spoke to 400,000 people in person. Mainly students, sometimes community groups, occasionally a college or something like that, but mainly school students groups. It's estimated in her lifetime she spoke live in person, not over video, not over YouTube, not over television, when she's interviewed as well, but she spoke to 400,000 people in front of them, okay, in person. And it's remarkable. She really was proud of her son and determined, and the Terry Fox Foundation wouldn't exist without her. Isidore Sharp stood by Terry Fox's, what became his deathbed, and Terry made it very clear, we don't do advocacy, not to smoke or not to whatever. It goes purely to medical research. I know with Marjorie O'Reilly, who was for 17 years was provincial coordinator here, and she was in my store one time, and she told me and Margie one day, said, you go to Terry Fox's office, not matches. This is the chair I bought, used at Connor's office for in Sydney. This is my famous chair, okay? And it'd be something else, would be somebody gave us a filing cabinet. Now it'd be computer desk. Not mattress. We're not about style. We're not about show. We got to get the dough in for cancer research. That's how we can keep the cost so low. Not about style. Not about show. Got to get the dough in for cancer research. And every group out there, just take Halifax. The shipyard, Irving Shipyard would be a wonderful place to have, an identifiable group, okay? The Navy, the Army, Air Force folks, all those groups. I know there's over in Kandahar, Afghanistan, I've seen in news stuff that the soldiers over there put a Terry Fox run on in war zone of Afghanistan. I mean, that's guts, that's courage, that's what any army is supposed to be all about. And so they should go and do something for Terry Fox. It's Army, Navy, Air Force, shipyard, whatever. That they can, it's wonderful. It's a very, very low-cost ratio, and we're making progress, a hell of a lot more work to be done. But, you know, only 1/3 of promising cancer projects can be funded, can be followed up on due to lack of funding. There's more money. They don't pay a pack of cigarettes now. Somebody told me the other day, $21.47 for tax for a pack of cigarettes. Isn't that something? Okay, $21.47. That $20 bill go a long ways with Terry Fox Foundation. A lot of value in it. Back to Betty Fox. She takes in at every address she did, she had one consistency. She spoke about Terry Fox Foundation, about the importance of cancer research, and everybody should realize she emphasized what we're doing. But she always ended every address with the words, never give up on your dreams. Betty Fox and the approximately 400,000 people she spoke in front of in person, never give up on your dreams. Like Mrs. Roykers would say, keep on going. I always love that expression. Keep on going. Never a dull moment. Never give up on your dreams was Betty Fox's quote. Never give up on your dreams. So today we commemorate Terry Fox's mother's passing. Actually, the 28th of June, when Terry Fox died in 1981, this month. So it's going to be 40 years this month, and it's 10 years this month since Betty's passed on. And Terry, I think of all the Fox kids, and I all understand they're all good. I met Fred, and I spoke to his sister once on the phone. There's another brother I've never spoken or met. And I think of all the siblings, I think it's safe to say Terry was most like the mother. She had just had that determination. You had to be stubborn, you know. What was he like? He believed in God, great faith in God. He read his New Testament. You couldn't do what he's doing without he had great faith in God, Terry Fox. He read the New Testament. And I had a truck driver one day. I'm going to digress here for a second. Truck driver, and 3 times had seen him along the run. And he said as he got to Ontario, he sensed he was getting tired. You could tell by his walk he was getting tired, by his system he had to move along. He was getting his hop and move it forward pitch. I mean, think of it, an artificial life. But if you didn't have faith in God, there's no way you could do it. I think one of his last earthly words was, or very late in his life when he was trembling with cancer, he said, it's got to keep going without me. And this is why I make the plea. He started in Newfoundland. Beautiful, wonderful people in Newfoundland. You couldn't ask for finer people, finest kind. And you go to Cape Breton Island. Beautiful people, wonderful people. You go to Nova Scotia, where I'm speaking from, Nova Scotia. And there's Terry Fox runs in other countries in the world too. But they take in, this is somebody you can all be proud of, but I'm told one time that if people go by and honk and didn't throw something in the bucket, it pissed him off. He was doing this to raise money for cancer research. He was a determined guy. He'd be a nice guy, be a determined cat. He knew what he wanted, and he knew what the purpose was. But if you didn't have faith in God, there's no way. So he got in Ontario hot. I've asked John Gee, I've asked Brent Sampson, what is worse, the heat or the cold? It's really cold weather in Alberta when they're doing framing. He says, probably the hot is worst, he said. Terry told me that one. I'm not Terry Fox, but Terry Sampson, Brent's father. The heat is hard. And he was getting in the heat in Ontario. Heat drains you. If it's cold, you can put Stanfield's long and winter on, or put a parka on that breathes or something like that there, a stocking cap. But you get in the heat, the sun's blazing you put the water in you to replace what you're dehydrating. But the heat is hard. He take his break in the afternoon, read his New Testament every night before he went to bed. So faith in God, faith in a better tomorrow, and Terry famously said, somehow it's got to keep going without me. And when you know it's going to be eternal, and when each and every one of you make a donation to Terry Fox Foundation, persistence, be like Terry, humility, teamwork, integrity, courage, and compassion. I don't know if you can all see this. I'm going to hold this up. Okay, I love this here one. compassion. They had guts and courage, and all of us can learn from Terry Fox. And so each and every one of you wonderful folks donate to Terry Fox. Let me tell you, merci, danke well, tapelit, Duncanshun, grazie, thank you very much. You're keeping the work of Terry Fox going. So with that, we pay homage to Betty Fox up in heaven with her, now with her husband Rolly and her son Terry. And keep on going, keep on giving, keep the dream alive. And with that, I got to go. I'm now at 11.5 minutes past. I've gone 10.5 minutes of my video time. Share the video around. So tomorrow, the 17th of June, the 10th anniversary of Betty Fox's passing on, going to heaven. She was a wonderful lady. And the 28th of June will be the 40th anniversary of Terry Fox's death and passing on to heaven as well. No doubt he's up there jogging. The determination he has, when we give, you're helping, you're giving so more can live. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless, and encourage your workers at your various industries, army, and so on, to participate. Nursing homes, everywhere. Says there's not a contribution or run that's not important. Thank you. Bye for now. And press the subscribe button, please. Share. Thank you.